Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekah Kodash, Barakatah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, in peace and salutations to Yakim out there pushing this word and truth. This is the Brother Rai with another video, and as you can tell from this title, this is going to be a video about the Mark of the Beast system through that RFID microchip. I'm going to be using an article from ZeroHedge.com titled, Chinese Factories Employ Brain Scanners to Stop Workers' Mistakes Before They Happen. China's Skynet facial recognition tools can compare up to 3 billion faces per second to help the government enforce its new social credit score, the Communist Party's latest and most widespread tool of political repression. And now, private companies are being encouraged to go beyond surface recognition and peer into their workers' brains as they deploy new brain scanners that monitor abnormalities in emotions and thought patterns. And I'm going to go to a picture of the posters we use out on the highways of the byways dealing with the Mark of the Beast RFID microchip. And they got a picture of the chip right here. It goes into your hand. But what should have caught your attention is that mark in the forehead right there, which sounds like that brain scanner, which if they get to, those people get the mark in their head, they're going to be able to read their emotions easily. They're already testing the technologies right now. When data scientists monitoring brain waves on the other end detect spikes in anger, anxiety, or depression, when one is detected, the worker being monitored is asked by management to take the day off or to move to a less important role, according to South China Morning Post. Jin Jie, associate professor of brain science and cognitive psychology at Ningbo University's business school, said a highly emotional employee in a key post could affect an entire production line, jeopardizing his or her own safety as well as that of others. When the system issues a warning, the manager asks the workers to take a day off or move to a less critical post. Some jobs require high concentration. There is no room for a mistake, she said. And this is how they're easing people up to this technology. They're showing it as a way to improve safety in work environments. As it just said there, it's like if we have somebody working with machinery and we can detect that they're having problems, we can take them off to prevent a work-related incident. The SCMP trumpeted the technology's profit-boosting powers, quoting managers at several firms who claimed the technology had saved them hundreds of millions, if not billions of yuan by helping workers avoid mistakes. The technology is also in use at the Hangzhou at State Grid Zhejiang Electric Power, where it has boosted company profits by about 2 billion yuan, or $350 million US. Since it was rolled out in 2014, according to Xin Zhao, an official overseeing the company's emotional surveillance program. There's no doubt about its effect, Xing said. The company and its roughly 40,000 employees manage the power supply and distribution network to homes and businesses across the province, a task that Xing said they were able to do at higher standards thanks to the surveillance technology. But he refused to offer more details about the program. Xiao Binyan, a manager of Ningbo Shenyang Logistics, said the company was using the devices mainly to train new employees. The brain sensors were integrated in virtual reality headsets to simulate different scenarios in the work environment. It has significantly reduced the number of mistakes made by our workers, Xiao said, because of improved understanding between the employees and company. One researcher said that while employees were initially suspicious of the brainwave reading helmets, they've managed to adjust to the new technology. They thought we could read their mind. This caused some discomfort and resistance in the beginning, she said. After a while, they got used to the device. It looked and felt just like a safety helmet. They wore it all day at work. And that's how they're going to get you people to accept this chip. You see how easily these people accepted wearing these helmets. They're a little hesitant at first, but once they got to using it, they became more and more used to it. Think about your debit and your credit cards with those chips in it. They're getting you eased into using that RFID chip. And with the system that we live in, this B system being built on leisure to where you can call Uber to get food or whatever you want, once things get a little tough, or when the system finally crashes and you've gone weeks without food or water, once they come with that RFID chip, you'll be more than happy to take it. Even conductors on China's high-speed rail lines use the technology. If the driver dozes off, the cap set off an alarm to jerk them awake. And how much easier would that be if you had a chip in your hand or your forehead that would start maybe ringing or heat up to alert you to anything, getting people eased into it. Dia, a technology company in Shanghai, said its brain monitoring devices were worn regularly by train drivers working on the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed rail, one of the busiest of its kind in the world. The sensor built in the brim of the driver's hat could measure various types of brain activities, including fatigue and attention loss, with an accuracy of more than 90% according to the company's website. If the driver dozed off, for instance, the cap would trigger an alarm in the cabin to wake him up. So if this thing supposedly has a 90% accuracy rate, companies will jump on that chip because that'll have a 100% accuracy rate that'll be linked directly to you. And a Chinese airline is weighing in on introducing it into pilots' cockpits. So as you can see, it's not just workers in factories. The tentacles of this Esau's beast system is slowly seeping into every facet of life. And like I said earlier, it's already there anyway. This society's built on leisure to where everything's at the snap of a finger. Jing Xingwu, a professor of management at the Civil Aviation University of China, said China could be the first country in the world to introduce the brain surveillance device into cockpits. Most airline accidents were caused by human factors, and a pilot in a disturbed emotional state could put an entire plane at risk, he said. Putting the cap on before takeoff would give airlines more information to determine whether a pilot was fit to fly, Jing said. The influence of the government on airlines and pilots in China is probably larger than in many other countries. If the authorities make up their mind to bring the device into the cockpit, I don't think they can be stopped, he said. That means the pilots may need to sacrifice some of their privacy for the sake of public safety. Xiao Jin, professor of management psychology at Beijing Normal University, said that while the device could make businesses more competitive, the technology could also be used by companies to control minds and infringe privacy, raising the specter of thought police. That's a very valid concern because that's what all this technology is leading to. You'd have to be blind as a bat not to see it. Brainwave reading technology is available in the West and in much of the developing world, the SCMP said, but nowhere has it been put to greater use than in China, where it has become a staple in the workplace. In the West, the technology is typically used as a training tool for competitive athletes, and that just goes to show how deep this system is, because contrary to popular belief, the average citizen in these different countries don't have any say in their sovereignty or what goes on in their country. It's all their governments, which rub shoulders with the elites and the central bankers such as the Rothschilds,